So we were just about 3 blocks south of the Hampton Inn, and I was just doing a video about how much nicer the back of the parking lot is from the building itself and all the trappings of civilization. Now, lots of people would look at this parking lot behind the drive-through convenience store, maybe primarily a liquor store, I'm not sure, and look at this and say, undeveloped. Look how undeveloped this is. That's prime real estate in the big city of Victoria. Someone could turn that into apartments or something. We see it as nature. It's not national park. It's not even National Wildlife Refuge, which we like quite a bit better than national parks. No, it's undeveloped. There's nature here. There's all this stuff growing. There's stuff that my big hunting dog will hunt for, probably is doing so right now, where he can be way off his leash and be totally safe because there's no vehicles moving. It's not the earth. It's not this continent as it was. Now I'm down in Central America now, I guess. No, not quite Central America, but I'm at the very south end of North America, I guess. So it's not the way it was back before we destroyed it all. The ravages, what us arrogant white people did to this continent, these continents here, in just a couple of short centuries, how we wrecked it from what it was. But we have found in Louisiana, and more so in Texas, and even much more so in Mexico, that we can find land that hasn't been ravaged. And a lot of it agriculture in Mexico, but not buildings, not population density. And you have to pick your footing a little more. It's not sidewalks. We hate sidewalks. I'll take this anytime. And when we came here yesterday, I wanted to walk down the big, beautiful boulevard and go through that neighborhood. My dog said, "Are you nuts? Look at this. Look how wonderful this is. This is 100 times better than that boulevard and sidewalks and buildings. This is earth. This is land." And even the puppy is starting to appreciate it. See how far we've come from that building and from La Avenida Tamaulipas, 8 lanes. Mexico in some ways is definitely way more open space than Los Estados Unidos, where you can still find open space, but way more in Mexico. But here in Mexico, we're dealing for the last 2 weeks with an 8-lane city street with 3 medians and people going fast and changing lanes fast. Pretty insane. But right here is where almost nobody walks. And we love that about it, even as it seems such a shame that people would rather stay in their ruts, in their usual routes, in what's gotten familiar and comfortable to them, but does not have life, devoid of life. City of Asheville, lived there 16 years. The hippie artist mecca of the Southeast, Paris of the South. Wonderful, so wonderful in so many ways. But I mostly stayed in that city for 16 years and didn't go to the mountains because I had an artificially induced depression. Did not start out depressed, started out in pain, but the psychiatrist managed to turn me into a depressed person by telling me there was something wrong with me and by putting me on life minimizing, life snuffing drugs for 30 years. And I kept saying, oh, well, when I have a girlfriend. Look at these guys. That puppy, a couple weeks ago, couldn't have charged through these weeds. He's bigger now, and wilder and stronger and healthier, and more bonded to his big brother. You need to see videos of my dog hunting. Magic hunting a rabbit, chasing. Oh my God, what a fine animal he is. This kind of environment, he will just yip, 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 yip. He sounds like he's in pain. He's so thrilled to be chasing, living out his nature. And civilization has tried to turn Basenji, he is heavily an ancient African hunting dog called Basenji. The websites say, don't let them off leash because they'll run away. Oh, what a disaster that is. And the same websites say, yeah, you know, they do have a tendency to get fat and nasty and mean and self-destructive and destructive of property because you've destroyed them, because you have destroyed their lives by making them a pet. An animal is never meant to be a pet, meant to be a wild animal. And domesticated to the extent of loving humans, he's more than he ever could have been without having a loving, attentive human. I see him every day trying to understand me better, trying to figure out what I want from him better. He's so devoted to me. But he is that way because I let him be this way, you know? When people say, how many thousands of dollars did you pay a trainer so he would walk through Walmart at your side without even being on a leash? I say, no, we worked that out together. And it realized what you're not seeing behind him being so domesticated is how wild I let him be. And out of gratitude to me for loving him and letting him have a natural life, he's glad to act civilized when we need that. So it's a junkyard, okay? It is. Shit is dumped back here. But Los Troncones Parque Ecologico is really pristine and gorgeous. I'll take that, and we will take that in the next day or two. We'll end up out there again. But in the meanwhile, I'll take this over the city streets any day. Any day. I'm closer to God, closer to my own nature, and closer to his nature. I like to say that Pancho before him and now him, I'm teaching them how to be a little more human, and they're teaching me how to be a lot more dog, animal, primal, the real person, underneath the starched shirts and the pointy shoes. It's a good life. It's a good life. He's teaching me. And the little puppy, the little crazed cucaracha here, is teaching me how to play and have fun and just be silly, and how to roll down the stairs without getting hurt because your body is intense. Our world, and welcome to it, folks. Bye.